So, Apple is being sued by Democratic Republic of Congo for using illegally their mineral mines in Apple products. We're talking about products such as iPhone, where we found billions of iPhones which contain the Congolese blood minerals. Apple on their site, they are ignoring and rejecting all the accusations against the giant tech. What does this mean for people of Congo and for the entire Africa? Let us talk about it. This is the most successful consumer product in the world. We are talking about the Apple iPhone. But now it is in the center of the lawsuits. Apple is being sued by Democratic Republic of Congo for using illegally their minerals in this product called iPhones. In order for this phone to exist, it needs a certain product which you can't find it anywhere else but in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Apple is being sued by the DRC because of these minerals which are not being collected in a normal process. Instead, they are preferring to take it by force in a very illegal ways. But how? Well, you'll find out more through this video.
Mining in the Democratic Republic of Congo is big business. Many of the minerals used to make computers and mobile phones sold around the world are found here. The industry has long been profitable, but also controversial. Now tech giant Apple is part of that controversy. Criminal complaints have been filed against its subsidiaries in France and Belgium, with the DRC accusing the tech giant of knowingly buying minerals gathered through illegal means in conflict zones. Apple denies the accusations. In a statement, it says, as conflict in the region escalated earlier this year, we notified our suppliers that their smelters and refiners must suspend sourcing tin, tantalum, tungsten, and gold from the DRC and Rwanda. Competition for minerals is one of the main drivers of conflict in the DRC. Since the 1990s, the mining heartlands in the east have been devastated by fighting between armed groups, some allegedly backed by neighboring Rwanda and the Congolese military. Rights groups say some artisanal mines are run by armed groups involved in massacres of civilians, rapes, looting, and other crimes. Thousands of civilians have been forced from their homes. Armed groups have long been accused of fighting for control of mines and using profits to finance their operations. And analysts say fighting is likely to continue as long as there is demand.
When they say Africa is blessed, yes, it is true. Indeed, Africa, we are so blessed. But because of the blessing which God have put or poured in Africa continent, it had generated a lot of enemies outside there who want to destroy Africa. These people, they don't want to see the African people to live at peace. When people of Congo, they are struggling, sleeping in the bush, women and children being raped each and every day, their husband being killed each and every day, their children being taken away to a childhood soldiers. Well, it seems like all this, it is happening in the benefit of certain group of people who are seated somewhere in America or Europe. They've been doing all this, creating a lot of conflict in Africa continent in order for them to reign. Regardless of what African leaders they can try to talk with these people, well, these people, they seem not to be having a proper respect for Africans. And this is the case with the Apple, which has just been sued by the Republic Democratic of Congo. But how did the Congolese government reach to this point? Well, it is for the simple reason. We all know that it's been more than 30 years that the Congolese people, they've been suffering. They are having a lot of rebellion groups over there in the east of DRC. And these rebellions, their job is to not let the government work on, or not let people of Congo be at peace. The reason being is because they are targeting all the regions or territories which have these minerals. What they usually do, they'll come in, they'll fight against any kind of authority which is around. They'll take over. Once they take over, which means they'll be the one who will be in control of this mineral resource. And once they are in the control of this mineral resource, which means they'll dig it to their quantities as they wish, and they will have to sell it to the person of their choice. But how did the name of Apple end up being mentioned out of all this? According to the different ONG reports, it shows that these rebellions, they are being backed up by Rwanda under the leadership of Paul Kagame. This is the men who've been sponsoring these rebellion groups in order for them to go and loot or take over the Congolese territories, so that once these minerals it's being collected from Congo, well, they'll transfer it to Rwanda. And once it is in Rwanda, that's where Apple is gonna come and buy it now according to the price which they had signed together as partners, so that once Apple use it out there, it will look like, no, this is not Congolese minerals, but it's the one of Rwanda. So this ONG, they had to go and try to do a serious investigations in order for them to understand why this conflict, why this war never ceases to finish in Congo. They have to go and find out exactly who does dig these minerals, under what kind of conditions, and where does it go, and who managed to buy it, and how does this mineral end up finding itself inside iPhones. So as they were making all these kind of investigations, they end up realizing that these terrorist, or should I say rebellion groups, they are being well founded by France. And these people, they will come and pretend like they are fighting against the government of Congo, saying that no, because 1, 2, 3, politicians how it works. But just to find out that the main reason there is for them to occupy all these territories, so that they can be able to steal these minerals. But when they're doing all these minerals, they don't have pity for even citizens of this country. They do serious crimes, which no one is talking about. If you watch all these big mainstreams, they don't talk about it because they know that they are busy covering Apple, which is one of their giant tech company around the world. People who are living in these regions, they don't even have a proper way of living. What about those who are digging these minerals? Their life is in a very bad conditions. They dig it not even in a proper ways. Maybe if you want to understand how life of these people looks like whenever they are underground in the minings, well, have watched this video, then you'll have a proper idea of the kind of suffering that these people in this part of Congo usually go through.
Oh, that's just a picture.
Woo!
Oh, free up some space, man.
Wait.
Feel that breeze, boy?
Looking at this boy, you could see that he barely even breathes, because the conditions is not that good. Even for him to get where he's going, see the kind of way it has. Because you might even ask why he did not even try to extend this wall in order for him to go in freely. Well, look at it very well. You'll see that it's the stones who are big, like it's kind of like trying to squeeze himself into these stones. And that is the kind of life each and every Africans out there, they are going through while trying to find these minerals. But on the other side, have a look the kind of life the inventor of these phones or cars, they live their luxury life. They live peaceful while other people are dying under the ground. Recently, you saw those illegal miners who were found inside under the ground in South Africa. See the kind of risk these people they have to take. They will have died, all of them, inside that mining. They will have died, all of them, but see the kind of life or risk they are taking. Go and compare to the one who's buying these minerals at a very cheap price, and go and see on how they are living their life. You will even be shocked. That is how these people they've been doing every time. And Apple is the benefit, the winner of all this. The president of Republic of Congo, he did not beat around the bush when he was asked these questions about what does this mineral do. He was very straight forward to tell the journalist what this mineral does.
We know where these mines end up. We understand that. In multinational firms, mostly Western firms. So it's known and we don't get sanctioned.
The mines that are on your land, which are very visibly used via Rwanda and commercially by Apple, it's a complaint that you, the Congolese state, have lodged, isn't it? What exactly does Apple do? Explain to us, according to you, what it is doing.
They make phones. You probably have an Apple phone.
Does that mean that in the iPhone that we own, there is blood of Congolese victims? And you are sure of that?
Certain. It's documented.
Are Apple's people aware of this?
It's documented.
Are Apple's people aware of this?
Apple's people, these are the investigations that will prove it. But Apple's people say that they buy their own products. However, we know that in Rwanda, there is not even 1 gram of the most prized 3T minerals that are intended for the manufacture of these technologies. So that means that these minerals come from somewhere. And today it has been proven that they come from the RDC. They arrive in Rwanda. There are NGOs that are accomplices with the Rwandan regime that simply begin the verification on the place of storage, and not the place of origin of these products. That is to say, the Congolese mines in which we access after having violently massacred.
So the entire world know very well that the products which is being used in these iPhones, it has the blood of innocent women, children, and men. Yet the world is still keeping quiet. Yet they are not condemning. Yet they are not trying to show their solidarity as they are pretending to show it to the people of Ukraine.